From Orange County and the campus of Chapman University, this is the Chapman Business Report.
It's the hardest job you'll ever find. You know it. It's the first job, your job right out of college. My two guests think they have a way to help people find that first job, Layla and Nicolay Lemeijer, and they found their job by employing themselves. They're entrepreneurs, came up with a product called MySlate, which we're going to introduce to you and talk to you about it. But before we do, the idea of finding your job yourselves, employing yourselves, you really didn't, two of you, brother and sister, didn't have much of a choice in that, did you?
No, our parents are both entrepreneurs, and from a young age, our family has always had this spirit, like, if you think of an entrepreneurship venture that's good enough, we will give you $25,000 to get it started. So our father really...
Each, right?
Yeah, each. Yeah. So we really combined our idea, and he was the one who originally thought of it, and it was apparently good enough, so our father was our first official investor. Let's take a look at what they came up with. It's called MySlate.
The search for jobs is cumbersome and time-consuming. Social media is not well targeted, and job and career sites are often expensive for companies. The result? The offerings are limited. Companies need an effective way to find the best students. Job sites, social media, and real-life events are expensive, and they provide virtually no pre-selection, resulting in lots of work for recruiters. MySlate is the new smart student job matcher.
And back with the creators, co-founders of MySlate, Layla and Nicolay Lemeijer. We got a little taste of what this job matching platform seeks to do. Give us a little more detail. And of course, this has been one of the areas, I'm wondering if this was where you went to right away when you had this $50,000 potential grant out there. LinkedIn, Monster before them, this is one of the areas on the internet that seems to work if you get it right. Is that why you went toward this?
Well, it actually started, my inspiration actually came from Chapman, which is funny. It was the relationship between the Chapman School and the community where I was like, okay, well, I want to improve this relationship. And I thought, you know, why not improve the relationship by having students do odd jobs around the neighborhood? So a student helps an elderly couple out by moving some boxes or screwing in light bulbs, whatever it is, just small things. They make their beer money for the weekend, they're happy, and the elderly couple's happy and the community relationship improves. But as I started doing this research and started looking into this market, I noted that there's a much bigger categorical issue with this job market, especially with entry-level jobs, where 50% of students are underemployed. So that means they're working a job that requires a high school degree or less. 15% are unemployed. 30% move back in with their parents. So it's rough after you graduate. And I was more drawn to that, I guess, aspect. And now that I had these statistics, I could not do anything about it.
We have a saying in TV these days. I run broadcast journalism, that there are more jobs out there than ever before, but they're harder to find.
Right, right.
And it seems to be what you're going toward here.
Well, that's another big thing for a student nowadays is, you reach your senior year, you've done your studies, you're happy, but where do you go afterwards? And that's a big issue. You're not provided with any sense of orientation in the market. And that's what MySlate does. MySlate gives you that sense of orientation by matching you with a bunch of employers. And you know that you're qualified for these employers and that these employers are interested in you. So from there on out, the application process to jobs and to internships is so much easier and so much more comfortable. The ice is already broken for you.
Your degree here, Layla, was?
Marketing.
So I'm a marketing junior. I suppose it would be smart for someone to take to the platform before before it's May 20th in the senior year. But you're a marketing, say you're a marketing junior or marketing senior. How do you exactly use the MySlate platform to find your internship, find your employer?
Well, what the system does is you give them your resume. You tell them what you've done with your career so far. You give little blurbs about this is what my internship was all about. And because the system has already matched your qualifications with the employer gets to see this profile about you, and it gets to really explore who you are past the point of your resume. You get to tell them, this is what I did at my job, and this is what I learned. And so what the system does is it matches you to full-time jobs, but also to part-time jobs, events in the area and internship opportunities. So as a junior, I would be probably looking for an internship at that time. So the system would match me to all these marketing opportunities. I could check out the company profiles, see which company is a good fit for me, because marketing usually has a very niche-oriented business. And so you talk to these employers, you get to meet them at a couple of their networking events, stop by, and really get to understand the company before you choose to apply to the business.
Right.
And so then when I'm a senior, I will know who these people are. I will have communications and contacts at multiple businesses. And then it's just a matter of choosing, where do I want to work? And do they like me? And is it a good match culturally, not just quantifiably?
Speaking of marketing, how do you market the product?
Well, we have a go-to-market strategy in Orange County. We are working very closely with Chapman University, and so we're really going to try to get the Career Center involved and really let students know that this platform is a guide. It tells you what to go do next. It tells you when to go to a networking event and where that networking event is. So it really sets you up for success, and we want to help our Chapman's network obviously get their jobs first. And then from there on out, we have an ambassador program set up. We are going to be piloting at multiple universities around the nation. So it's a huge plan, and we're ready.
You're born in the Netherlands, and this product somewhat born. I mean, you've refined it, right? But
Right.
it was this product somewhat existed maybe by a different name in your native country?
Yes. So that's the other co-founder. He's our CTO, and he's from the Netherlands.
And you got the orange on.
And I got the orange on. Yeah, we also made MySlate orange, so I proudly representing.
Pride, right. One day you'll win a World Cup.
Thank you. I hope so.
But this product existed there.
Right, and it was a huge success. They just launched it 2 years ago. They built this magic technology for the Dutch market. Now the Netherlands is a small country, so there's about 40,000 students as their total student market. Here there's 22 million. So it's a big difference there, but also geographically. For example, they didn't have geographic matching because it's such a small country. So when I got in touch with him and I looked at the program, I said, well, this is awesome, this is wonderful, but we're going to have to do a lot of changes for the American market.
And you use social media as well. I mean, everyone does. I mean, social media is also part of your marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to be doing reach with Facebook and Twitter to really interact with the student community. But of course, this is a great opportunity for employers, so we have a feeling...
Employer paid, by the way.
Yes,
Yep.
employer pays, and we will be reaching out to them on the similar channels because they happen to be looking for students there too.
Hard enough to start your own business right out of the gate. 50,000 is nice seed money, but it's probably gone through the 50,000 now. What's the harder thing? Fundraising further, or brother and sister well, you have a third partner as 2/3 equity owners.
Yeah, well, I would say fundraising is still the harder one. I mean, we get along very well,
That's
so
a good thing.
that's a good thing. We've actually raised some more capital besides the 50,000, so that we've had some success.
Using some of the newer methods?
Yeah, well, not Kickstarter. We've actually mostly our network of family and friends.
Sure.
So
Angels.
again. But no, fundraising is the hardest. I would say the hardest part of entrepreneurship.
And do you feel you bring separate talents to your business? You're obviously marketing.
Yeah, I'm more of the presenter, so I tend to be on stage a lot where I do my presentation. I have the flair, and I'm also always oriented with like the dream of having all 22 million students on the platform, where she's like, how about we start with 10 first and work our way up from there.
Mark Zuckerberg had the same dream 10 years ago, right? Just 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So I wish you the same from MySlate. I know you can always tell a junior or senior on the Chapman campus, they're the ones with the worried looks. Why did I wait so long? Where do I... Perhaps they'll find it through MySlate. So, Layla and Nicolay Lemeijer, thank you very much. Appreciate your coming by. Best of luck.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.